Alright, so this is part two. I just recap part one. Part one is all about, um, classifying a stock as if it's in position 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 are bullish, 3 and 4 are bearish. 1 and 3 are rallies, 2 and 4 are markup and markdown. Alright, so over here, the market climax as indicated by high volume and reversed. That serves as a confirmation bar. At that point, the market was ready for a reaction. The reaction on the point and figure chart was only the count of two. Only see two. So that means it's going to about 35, 34, 34, 32. So the move is going to be about 32, which was right here. Now it went lower than that, but that was the forecast, was the move to go to the 32 area. Alright, now the problem with that is for a $35 stock or almost $36 stock, you need a move of at least 10%, and this is less than that. So the indication is that it's in position 3 tentatively, meaning if the cause was more, then yes, positively it would be in position 3. But since the cause is less, it is tentatively in position 3, which indicates a rally up or rally down. In this case, it was a bear rally. Position 3 is for a bear rally down. Bear rally down of at least 10%. And in this case, it wasn't 10% since the cause is only 2. You're forecasting a move only 2 points, not at least 5 or 6 points or 4 or 5 points. So that's where we are. So now next, after completing more or less expected normal reaction to 32, stock still looks like a weak technical position. That is, instead of rallying easily, the price goes into a narrow range with volume shrinking as it tries to rally. It has now worked its way to a dead center at point F. Where's F? Right here. So when it goes to 32, volume shrink as it tries to rally. As you can see, the rally volume is not that good right here. Right? Use black. I'll just use red. So you see the rally volume shrinks, and it's in a dead center, which you should read over again at this point. Obviously, our tentative position 3 has now become definite for the reasons given just above. So the tentative position goes to a definite position, but it's kind of late in the game because from this point on, you only have 2 points left. So over here, the weak rally tells you that it's going to go lower to a lower objective. Alright. There, so now you move it into definite position 3 because of that weak rally. And now you have 3 33s, which means that dip back to 30. So let's go to that. Alright, so at point F you have 3. So target is 30. You gonna take it? I don't know. I wouldn't. At G, we prepare to cancel our 3 position. So it goes there, but without actually doing so. Because reason for being to cancel it, the last phase of the drop to D is precipitous. creating possibility of an oversold position as the price strikes a previous supporting level. Alright, so what is he doing at G? He cancels position 3. So I think he goes neutral, but let me see what it is. Cancel P3, target reached, and at support level. Okay. So why it goes down? Let's see what the volume was here. So it's oversold here. Right there. So it goes to support on a climax. It goes to support on a climax and kind of goes straight down. Not really a good reaction. Inside reaction and then continues down. And there's your high volume right there, which is your climax bar. Notice that the climax bar wasn't the last bar, it was next to last. Right? Alright, so let's go over the reasoning. We prepare to cancel at position 3. Why? The last drop from D down here is precipitous, meaning it's continuous. Goes straight down, creating an oversold position. There is a climax and there is a support level. Volume, blah, blah, blah. There's the climax, and the next day makes a new low, and that indicates a shortening of the downward thrust. Okay, and target is reached. There's a lot of reasons here. Why? There's many reasons. A, oversold, oversold, B, climax, C, support, forgot what else, T. Alright. So take it out of position 3. But really, I think like when it goes to support, climaxes at support really can't break through, but reverses is definitely out of position 3. He's saying someone's holding the bag there. That's difficult to gauge because it is at support. The volume is high, but it's a lower high, lower low, lower close. So really, not until it can give you a reversal can you make that judgment. But I don't know, like his reasoning. So anyway, the reaction to fulfill the figure chart objective. That's the most important thing. If the above reasoning is incorrect, that is, if it should later turn out that the increased volume to G should have been interpreted to mean that liquidation is breaking out, we probably will be warned of this by stock's inability to rally convincingly from the critical supporting level around 30. Okay. So now he's saying this is accumulation, but how do you know? He says volume is low over the next 2 sessions. Price moves laterally in a narrow range. It looks as if selling pressure is lifting. Alright, so finally at J, he puts it in position 1. I don't know why. He's giving complicated reasoning over here. So he says that decide to become more bullish and place a stock in 1 because it's holding support. Okay, this is important. On J, it rallies. But what is, you see, sometimes we don't understand what the rally means. The rally here means there's no lack of supply. It doesn't mean there's a lack of demand. 1 second. So no sellers right there. This is also important in reading. When you have this is the thing with volume. Sometimes low volume is bullish, sometimes it's bearish. It all depends on context. So in this case, tag support and it popped up on low volume. It doesn't mean it's bearish. It means there's no supply. So they're not taking the other side. I mean, there's no supply. Okay. So ability to move means that that entire area has been mopped up. See how it's hugging support? The float there has been taken. That's why it can rise on light volume from that area because it's been absorbed. So that actually helps confirm that it's accumulation. And now I gotta go put it back in position 3. So here at K, go back in position 3. Again, it's the same reasoning. I think it was earlier, similar reasoning. At K is in position 3. So right here, you go to position 3. Why? Because you had a buying climax. It's a minor climax, but it's a climax nonetheless. Right there. See? Over there, add a resistance off of that area. And the rally was abrupt, so he says it's overbought. But I think the climax at resistance is enough evidence. But he gives a lot of evidence. We now have no indication, but neutral. It was an overbought condition. Sometimes I might say something else, but what I mean is it was a buying climax, a minor buying climax, into resistance, creating an overbought condition. And there was an immediate reversal on this day's bulge. So selling on top, selling the high, and the selling is coming in. Okay, I think that's enough. I've hit the 30-minute mark. I'm trying to keep this shorter. So we're at this point. What we see is it was in position 3. Then I think he put it somewhere here, position 1, because it was holding support. And it was a climax here, and it's not going down. So you put it in 1. So we're going from 3 to 1 back to 3. Why? It's at resistance. It's climactic, it's bulging and selling off the highs. So he puts it back into position 3. And it's overbought. He's really using these overbought and oversold much more. Like over here, he used overbought. I think he used overbought. Over here, he used oversold, and then again, he's using overbought. So it's like you have a rise into a resistance or support area with a buying climax that's confirmed. That really sets up position 1 or position 3, depending on bullish or bearish anticipated reaction. and then you get a confirmation bar, either the second bar or the same bar. Over here it's the same bar because it's a low end close, red bar. Over here he had to wait 1 day to get a red bar, so that's serving as like a confirmation. And that allows him to put in position 103. I'm gonna stop right here.